It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. So, I'm going to start this off by saying, power goes to, how could you just have one of the most epic episodes, probably the best episode 8 that you've had in Power history, if not very close to it. You had an epic table scene where people are going to forever talk about. Well, they'll probably stop talking about it now because you followed up episode 8 with one of the worst episode 9s ever. And it just got a little bit too unrealistic and a little bit too predictable. Now, the pictures that you're going to see is not in order. I didn't have time to put them all in order because I need to talk and get this out. And these are all facts and true statements. First and foremost, okay, you show nothing of really the emotion of nothing of really the emotion of Zeke when it comes to Carrie dying. Right? You showed nothing of that. One of the biggest things is you got Mecca, right? Mecca, who just recently killed the closest guy to him, right? The chef assassin, closest guy to him. A lot of people think, well, maybe he didn't know it was Kane. Maybe he really thought he was the mold. Other people like myself, I thought he knew that the chef assassin wasn't the mold. But I guess just to teach Kane, you know what, I can kill you at any point in time or what have you. That's why they kept Kane alive. Now, this is where it gets silly. Lorenzo puts in for Drew to get his drugs back. So now Drew goes back to Ev to sleep with him to get the pass for the school, right? And then you have Diana, who's going to lie and manipulate Tariq, Tariq and Courtney Kemp wonders why we'll never call Tariq Ghost. If for reasons like this, Ghost would never allow Diana to come in there and finesse him out of no keys or no password. And Tariq allows these women to finesse him too much. That's why we will never call him Ghost, and that's why he will never be Ghost. So Diana sets it up so they can go on the roof of Stanfield. Now, here we are, Stanfield, right? Before Tariq St. Patrick got there, this school was absolutely perfect. You hardly heard of any bad things going on there. And since Tariq has been there, it's been one incident after another. So you have people, strange people on campus, able to go up on the roofs and get whatever drugs that Tariq had stashed there. You would figure this place would be swarming with police. Here now you have Mecca, and you saw after building Mecca up in episode 8, you saw the emasculation of Mecca. This whole entire episode, he was getting played, he was getting finessed, he was getting punked by kids, 19-year-olds. Here's a dude who's supposed to be in the military, supposed to have been in the military. He is highly intelligent, and he is highly vicious. He is a killer. So tell me how he kills the chef assassin, but he's allowing Kane to live. Then he comes in to Tariq, asks for his bag. Tariq starts talking about, oh, you was a snitch. Or I guess you're just the Golden Globe of snitches. Any other killer would have been like, oh yeah, pow. He gets up, oh, I guess you really do want to die. Goes up, oh, you shoot me, all this will come out. I'd be like, a real killer would say, all this will come out if I shoot you? Yeah. So, pow. I mean, so Tariq's able to stop this cold-hearted killer who he's never met. He's able, a 19-year-old with no car. How smart can he be? He ain't got no car. A 19-year-old with no car That doesn't mean that's just trolling. It doesn't mean anything if he doesn't have a car. But I'm saying a 19-year-old and Mecca is here, this killer from the Marines or whatever the heck he was in. Now all of a sudden Mecca isn't that tough. He lets Cain go. How many times did he let Cain go without killing him? He told him to put his hand on the piano or whatever, and on the kitchen counter. He doesn't even come down with the meat cleaver. He says, "Here, touch this now. Now you're my second in command." What? So Power has revealed another snitch. Mecca knows Lobos. He knows Tommy, and he said he knows about Ghosts. And you see Tariq coming home and seeing Mecca in his spot. Once again, Mecca's in his spot with a strap. Professor Milgram has now been found dead. Professor Jabari Reynolds was found dead. We all know that the student who was posing as a student, his body was found inside Stansfield, right? And we have Carrie Milgram, another professor. I mean, come on, man. Now, if something has happened to Lauren, we have another student who is passed. How is it allowed? How is it that anybody can walk up on the private property of this school with a strap, with a gun, people they've never seen before? You would figure, after all the things that has happened, to people that go to Stanfield or at Stanfield, you would figure that there'd be high security there. The feds would be waiting around Stanfield. School would be canceled. They're still having certain classes. Come on, man, that's not realistic at all. It's not realistic at all. Then Mecca comes in, still supposed to be this cold-hearted killer. And he finds out, that Monet finds out who Mecca is. Right? I don't see anything, from Monet. She outsmarts Mecca and says, "Oh, we're ready to be with you." If I was Mecca, I'd be like, "That ain't what you were saying a minute ago. Like you were just arguing, and Cain was saying, do I know you?" and stuff like that. It doesn't sound like to me like you were ready to go with me. But instead, Mecca just accepts what she says. "Oh, I'm ready to go with you. You ready? Let's go get the jet." Again, I will say it. Mecca is a cold-hearted killer. How is Tariq St. Patrick with his non-fighting self? How is Tariq St. Patrick able to continue to talk his way out of things with a cold-hearted killer? Which brings me to one of the worst segments, one of the worst parts of the show, and maybe the worst. Effie follows Braden. So you're just gonna, Tariq wanted Effie to leave town. Tariq then tells Braden to go pick up Lauren. Right? So not he didn't want Lauren to leave town. He wanted Lauren to leave town. Sorry. Tariq wanted Lauren to leave town. He's gonna have Braden now take her out of town. Braden gets halfway there and decides because Effie went and met with Cain. I told y'all Effie could not be trusted. Effie goes and meets with Cain, tells Cain that Lauren has him on the wire with Braden. I mean, then of course they get out of court. They're going to trial. Tariq's in a trial after one day of court. You know how long it takes to go to a trial? And then all these incredible evidence is coming out on the stand. They have to keep paying Davis McClain to keep, lying for them or what have you. And it's just too unrealistic now at this point. It's like, how is Mecca getting outsmarted and punked out by kids. And don't tell me, oh, because he loves Monet so much. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No campus police, no police saying, hey, school is not just classes. School is closed. And then, of course, Effie does something to Lauren. I'm going to assume she killed her. And we know Tariq isn't going to like that. But when you look at this episode 9, it's unrealistic. What they did was they managed to take a very good character in Mecca and a character that a lot of people were looking forward to the character, and they absolutely blew it. They blew it. I don't care when anyone says they blew it. So now Mecca, Tariq is going to have the leverage. He said he wanted $2 million and a fake ID. So now this 19-year-old is calling the shots and pretty much making Mecca give him $2 million. And he didn't kill him or didn't attempt to kill him. But you got so much energy for the chef. In my opinion, this is one of Power's worst episode 9s. And it just kind of like just brings us back. Like, it's made it so predictable. They would have been so much better, right? It would have been so much better if that scene with Lauren did not happen. Take away that one scene. It's just too unrealistic. What's Lauren going to tell her parents? She's just going to up and leave and not tell her parents anything? I mean, come on. They don't think about these things. Power never thinks about these things. You're not going to be able to walk around Stanfield with no issue. Strangers coming all in there with Let me know what y'all think, man. I think it was a loss. Everybody's talking about, oh, yeah, this show was epic. It was not. It was an epic fail. You're coming off a great episode 8, and this is what you come back with? You guys let me know whether I'm overreacting or not. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends.